Solutions to Sec 1 G3 2024 End of Year Paper 2. In the first question, we must calculate the value of the goods in 2018, given that the price decreased by 3.8% to 830,000. The price was originally at 100% and it drops by 3.8% to 96.2%. So what we need to do now is to find 1% by taking 830,000 divided by 96.2. This will give us 1%, and then we multiply by 100 to get the 100%, which is the original price in 2018. Right, that works out to be 863,000. In the second sum, we have the price of a watch marked at 145,000 yen. So this will be at 100%. And then the cost of the watch includes the shipping fee, which is 1.5%. So all in all, we have 101.5% when we include the shipping fee. Therefore, the cost of the watch is 101.5% over 100 multiplied by 145,000 yen. Our answer is in yen. So the cost is 147,175 yen. Now the yen is now converted to Singapore dollars at the rate of 1 Singapore dollars for 115.7 yen. So to get to the Singapore dollars, we have to divide by the exchange rate, and that gives us 1273.47. Money is always two decimal places. And then this is subjected to a GST of 9% in Singapore. Therefore, now the price in Singapore will be 109% of 1273.47. Right, so that gives us 1388.08. Next, Mr. Koh buy a camera for 34,355 yen, and this price included 10% sales tax. That means this price is at 110%. Right, so now we want the original price, which is 100%. So once again, the original price we must first find 1% by taking 34355 divided by 110 to get 1%, multiply by 100, and this gives us 31231.82, and this is in yen. Right, now we move on to the next sum. This is a sum on ratio, so we have to rewrite it as a fraction in order to solve it. So since it's a fraction equals to a fraction, the first thing to do is to cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, we have 7 times 5x minus y equals 3 times x minus y. Our objective is to put all the x to one side and put all the y to the other. So first we expand it. 35 minus 7y equals to 3x minus 3y. So now putting all the y to one side, all the x to one side, there's a 3x on the other side, bring over is minus, so that will give us 32x. And on the other side, negative 7y bring over is positive, 7y minus 3y is 4y. Right, so now reducing it, we have divide by 4 on both sides. Then that will give us x over y. This is x over y equals to, this is times, so bring over is divide, so it's 1/8. And our answer must be in the ratio 1:8. The next sum is on an equation with a root. To remove the root, we square both sides. Squaring a root will remove it. So now there's no more root. And on this side is 1/25. And that gives us y is 3 and 1/25. Next, we have to write an algebraic expression. A phone is bought for C dollars, which is 100%, and is sold for a profit of 120%. So the profit is even more than the cost price. Right, so since they asked for the profit, so the profit is actually 120% of C, and that works out to be 1.2 C. Now, we already see that the selling price includes the profit of 120%. So that means the selling price is at 220%. Right, so 220% is 1958. So again, we find 1%, then we can find 100%. So this one divide by 220 and then multiply by 100. And that gives us 890. So since we want the value of C, so we must not put any units. Alright, now we move on to the next sum. This is a sum on graph. And the first thing to do is to find the unknown values of y. So what we do is we use the equation to substitute the value of x. Value of x is negative 0.5. So we use it to work out, and the value is negative 2. And when x is 0, then y is just negative 1. Alright, now we have to draw the graph. Use the points, 2 points are already plotted for us, right? Or rather, the coordinates of the 2 points are already given. One is 0.50. 0.50 is this point. Okay, and then 2, 3. 2, 3 is this point. So this already is actually sufficient for us to know the line. So the other 2 points is 0, -1, and finally negative 0.5 and -2, which is here. Right, it should all fall into a straight line. So now we can join the straight line, and that is what we have. And don't forget to label the graph. Y equals 2x minus 1. Find the value of x when y is 1. Now y is 1 is found on the y-axis. So this is y is 1. Then we draw a dotted line towards the line because the line has all the solutions, and read off, and x is 1. Right, the coordinates of the x-intercept. Okay, the x-intercept is, this is the x-intercept. Right, which is 0.5 and 0. Right, all the values on the x-axis has the y coordinate 0. The gradient can be found from the equation. The gradient is 2. Next, we have to join B to C. Okay, so B to C is this line here, and write down the equation of the line. So a vertical line equation is x equals to the x-intercept, which is 1. And then we have to find the area of the triangle. Now, which triangle? Okay, so this is the triangle ABC. So we have this is the triangle ABC. So the height of the triangle is 1.5. Alright, this is the height of the triangle, 1.5. And the base of the triangle is 5. So the area is of triangle ABC, right, is just half base times height, and that gives us 3.75 units square. Now we have to draw a parallelogram ACPB. So AC, so P must be here, right? So since a parallelogram has parallel lines, there must be a parallel line to AC, and this is the parallel line. Similarly, the other parallel line is this. So now we have our parallelogram, and the point that we want, this is the point P, which is 2.5, 0. Right, now we have another sum on speed, time, and distance. It is always good to draw a rough diagram showing the distance he run and the distance he walked. Then you have the speed. Now we should also be using the triangle here. Now we are given 0.2 kilometers, but then we have to make sure all the units are the same, so we have to change it to 200 meters. Alright, so the speed that he run here is 200 meters per minute. Okay, so now if the total time is 9 minutes and then he take y minutes to run, then he will take 9 minus y minute to walk. So that is our answer. 9 minus y minutes. The distance he ran. Now distance he ran. Distance is speed times time. Alright, so the speed is 200, the time is y. So it's 200 y, speed times time. Okay, so that is the distance he ran, is 200 y. Yep, so now the distance to the bus stop. Okay, so same here, the distance that he the distance that he walked, speed times time, that will be 90 times 9 minus y. So therefore the total distance that we want, total distance to the bus stop, is just 200y plus 90 times 9 minus y. So we simplify this to 110y plus 810. Okay, that is the distance. And now we want the average speed for the whole journey. Now the whole journey take 9 minutes. So total distance is 110y plus 810 over 9. Okay, and now this distance is, this is the speed. The speed is total distance over total time. So the total distance we know is 110y plus 810. And they said that this is 1910. So then if we work it out, the value of y is 10. Minutes. Alright, next sum here is on purchase. And again, you have to read the question carefully. Okay, the mark price. Mark price, draw a diagram. Mark price is at 100%, is 6099. And then it is sold at a lower price, so there is a discount. Right, so to find the discount, we take 6099 minus 5849. This is the discount over the original price multiplied by 100%. And that gives us, we have to round to 3 significant figure, 4.10%. Right, next. Now, because he bought it at on the 12th, which is outside the promotion period, so he don't get the additional discount. But in the case of Sally, she bought it within the promotion period, so she get another 9.9%. So she actually paid only 90.1%. Right, 100 minus 9.9 is 90.1%. And therefore, what she paid is 90.1% of 5849. And this gives us 5269.95. Alright, next. She bought some more things, and in total, she paid. She have to pay $8,500, and but she paid a 10% deposit. So therefore, the remaining sum she borrowed 90% of 8500, which works out to be 7650. And this is where the interest is based. The interest is 3.2% of this sum of money, and for 3 years, so per annum 3.2%, so for 3 years you multiply by 3, and that gives us 734.40 cents. Right, and the amount that she have to pay back is the remaining sum, the borrowed sum, plus the interest. So this is what she has to pay back, which is 8384.40, and she's paying this by monthly installment. So therefore this sum of money is divided by the number of months. 3 years is 36 months, so the monthly payment will be 232.90. Okay, now we move on to the next sum. Salesman earn a commission for selling the refrigerator 6099, but his commission is such that the first 500 he will get a commission of 0.5% of the 500, and then the remaining sum, so we need to work out the remaining sum, which is 6099 minus 500, and then that is 5599. So now commission for the first 500, 0.5% of 500, which is 250, and then the remaining is 2% of 5599, and that works out to be 111.98. So therefore his total commission is 250 plus 111.98. That gives us 114.48. Okay, next. Here we have area or rather volume of a cuboid. Right. So the first thing to do is to find or to show that the length of BF is here. So to show that this length is 12. Now we let a BF be divided into H and 5 because DE is 5. So now we have a trapezium and a rectangle, and this total area is 325 as given to us. Right, so now the area is area of a trapezium half sum of parasites times the height, and then plus the rectangle, which is 30 times 5, and then this gives us 325 total area. Okay, so if we work out correctly, then the height will be actually 7 cm. Therefore BF that we want to find is 7 plus 5 equals to 12 cm as shown. Right, now next we have to find the angle BCD, right? BCD and CDE are equal, so we let it be A. So this is a pentagon, so we have the sum of interior angles of a pentagon is 180 times 5 minus 360, so which works out to be 540 degrees. So when we add all the angles, we have 2A plus, there are 390 degrees. This will give us the total angle 540. And working out, we have A is 135 degrees. That is angle CDE. Right, we must use the actual angle that is given to us. Yep. Next, we are to find the volume. In order to find the volume of the container, we need to work out the area of cross-section. So the cross-section, earlier on we saw that part of the cross-section is 325. Then the quadrant, the circular part, is 1/4 pi r squared. And r we have found is 12. So that gives us 113.097 cm squared. So therefore, the total area is 325 plus 113.097, and we multiply it by the length. That gives us the volume, which is 3, which is rounded to 3 significant figure, cm cube 3SF. Right, now next we have to find the total surface area. Well, for a prism, we always need to find the perimeter of the cross-section. The perimeter of the cross-section, as is shown here, includes the 1/4 arc. So we have the 1/4 arc, which is 2 pi 12, and then plus all the perimeter, plus 12, plus 30, plus 5, plus 12.2, plus 20. Right, that gives you the perimeter, which is 98.0496 cm. And now we can find the total surface area, which is 2 of the cross section. Right, the cross section just now we have found is 325 plus 113.097, and then the perimeter of the cross section multiplied by the length will give you all the other surfaces. Okay, so if you have worked out correctly, the total surface area actually approximate to 7740 cm squared to 3SF. Okay, there is a mistake in the sum, but since there is this mistake 7310, we will use that for the next calculation for the number of liters. In order to calculate, we must first convert it to cm square, because liters is related to cm cube, so we must convert to cm. Then we take the volume divided by the paint, the area, that gives us 18.3 to 3 SF. Okay, now we move on to the last sum. A family is going to a zoo by bus. So again, it is always good to draw a diagram, especially when there are so much information. Okay, they take a bus from bus stop X to Y, which is 14 kilometers, and then Y to the zoo is 6 kilometers, right? Then the speed of the bus from X to Y is 30 kilometers per hour, and the bus from Y to the zoo is 20 kilometers per hour. From here, we can actually work out the time using the formula. Time is distance over speed. So the time here is actually distance over speed, which is in hours. Same here, distance over speed, that is in hours. Well, the first part requires us to convert to meters per minute. So 30 km changing to meters, we multiply by 1000, and hours change to minutes is 60 minutes, and that works out to be 500 meters per minute. Okay, so now find the time in minutes, right? From bus stop X to Y. So we have already found it is 14 over 30. But this is in hours, so we need to multiply by 60 to get it to minutes. So it's 28 minutes. So the total time, we know the total time is actually this plus this. Right, this one is in hours, so we need to convert it to the okay. This is in hours. (23 over 30 hours). We have to times 60 to get it to minutes, and that is 46 minutes in total. Alright, now we are told that the bus it starts from X at 0948, and we know from our previous calculation that is 28 minutes to Y. So time to reach Y using metric time, we have 00 to 8, and this works out to be 10, 16. Okay, now for the last part. Do you think he can reach the zoo at 10:45? Now, from X to Y, he reached Y at 10:16, right? So, from Y to the zoo, right? Y to the zoo, we have is 6 over 20, right? That multiplied by 60 to change to minutes, and that will be 18 minutes. And it takes 17 minutes for the next bus to come, because they just missed the bus. So 17 minutes, and well, to the zoo, yeah. the calculation here is 6 over 20 multiplied by 60 give 18 minutes. So now the earliest time will be 10:16 plus 17 minutes and plus 18 minutes. So that gives us a total of 10:51. That already exceeds the 10:45. Therefore, hence, they cannot reach the zoo before 10:45. And that completes the paper. Thank you.